Hello and welcome back. This is the Gamer 2.0. Today we're going to be continuing on with Final Fantasy X. So, did a couple more things. Got the new summon Ifrit last time. So I'm assuming that we're actually going to be hitting the water again, and we're going to be getting summons based on any type of temple that we visit. So far, I think that the characters are pretty good, actually. Although I do think that they kind of overplay Tidus as kind of like an idiot, just because he's like, oh, like Sin's toxin or whatever, constantly saying like, oh, like I don't know this, I don't know that because of Sin's toxin. When I mean, like, honestly, at this point, I mean, like, no one really seems to know like what Sin really can do or what kind of powers it really has. So who's to say that you're not from the past, especially with like how everyone is dressed like much more like from the past, whereas Tidus is dressed much more like slightly like into the future possibly. So I mean, even just the way that he's dressed, he looks like completely different. It would be one thing if like when he first met Riku, um they're like, like his clothes got all torn up, and they're like, like we don't know how to fix this, so we're gonna give you some, some current day clothes. And then like when he met everyone, then it would be a little bit more difficult to like be like, oh yeah, like I'm from the future, and when you're wearing clothes from modern day, so, or from the past, which is more technologically heavy than the current day because of Sin destroying, I guess, technology. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and embark.
Off to Luca at last. The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
So, I remember this game being out on the PS2, and I think the first time that I saw it, I was at like a
Oh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. Or me name's not Awaka. Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Awaka the 23rd. Merchant extraordinaire.
Awaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
Alright, so I guess that was an introduction to a merchant. But yeah, so I was actually like
Someday, the name of what? Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gill to lead.
I've got a little bit, sure. I don't know like how much I'm supposed to give, if any. Or I'll give you 1,000. No sweat.
I'll make it up to ye, that I will.
Alright. Just a quick save. But yeah, I was at a sleepover when I first saw it. The person had their PlayStation 2, and
It might not mean much, but good luck in the tournament.
they had this and Tekken Tag at the time.
Some people can be so rude.
Okay, so
What the heck is that?
Chocobo powered.
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
Yeah, so when you lose a lot of like electrical power and technology, that kind of stuff, you start trying to figure out ways to make things kind of work with what you got. So using like animals or physical labor, that kind of stuff, tends to kind of be natural. I guess it doesn't want me to go through that door.
What y'all talking about?
Who are you supposed to be? Ah, I remember him. Guy from Kilika.
Huh?
You know, one of the Besaid Aurochs. Said something about winning the cup.
Oh, right. You're that idiot.
Don't call him that.
But he is an idiot. They don't got what it takes to win the cup.
Well, they do now that I'm here.
Yes, they will win. He used to be the star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
Yeah, as if anyone lived in those ruins.
It's not ruins. There's a big city there. There is.
I got too close to Sin and...
There is a city, really.
Right. Whatever your ladyship says.
What's wrong? You seemed kind of mad back there.
They were being rude, and... I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
How come?
Sir Jecht used to always tell me stories. It'd be great to see your home someday. I'd love to go there.
Yeah. So, Yuna, want to come over to my place? Right. Sure. As if I had a place to show her.
Well, I mean, I don't really know if this game is gonna dive into the possibility of there being like multiple dimensions kind of thing, where it's like Sin is actually like a being that's like between dimensions and can transport creatures through to the other side.
Say something. You'll take responsibility.
Relax, he's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if not?
He could always join a blitz team. Anyhow, it's better than just leaving him in Besaid.
What? Just leaving him in Luca?
What do you want me to do?
Yuna wants to make him a guardian.
Oh, yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. It is mine, huh?
So I'm not sure if it's gonna try to do the whole thing where it's like, so we've got like two different like timelines. One is where Sin destroyed Zanarkand 1,000 years ago, regress progress a lot, and that's why we kind of are in the situation we're in. And then the other one where Zanarkand was never destroyed until Sin came and interacted with Tidus at that time, to which he went to the alternate universe, which is possible, but I'm more thinking that it's just going to be a basic kind of like time travel thing where his father went forward 3 months before he did, and then he went forward and ended up in a like alternate time place that his father didn't. So that's why Yuna knows him. That's why he's in this area now. I'm assuming that that's what the game is trying to point to. Not sure though.
I do believe your Zanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
Alright, Cat has nothing to say. So I guess...
Why do you think she wants to make him a guardian anyway?
Because he's Sir Jack's son.
All right. Wait, you sure about that? He's really Sir Jack's son.
It's hard to say, but Yuna seems to believe so.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's all you have to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got to decide for himself, yeah? Well, him and Yuna, I guess.
You're right, for once. I wonder which is best. Why don't you tell him he should?
Should what?
Become Yuna's guardian.
Why me?
Because Yuna can't.
Why not?
He hates his father. What he was, what he did. Do you really think she can possibly say to him, I want you to be my guardian, like your father was to mine?
And you're being oversensitive. All right. I'll try talking to him after the tournament.
Be discreet.
I know. It's his decision. He doesn't like his father.
Apparently, he told Yuna as much.
Hating your own father, huh? Sounds like a luxury to me. I don't even remember my parents. Can't say how I feel about them.
I was 5 then, so I remember mine a little.
Damn it!
Hmm?
Sin just takes everything away from us.
Am I just supposed to like keep going back up these stairs? I don't know why they wouldn't just have that all as one cutscene.
I'm sorry. I need some time to think.
Go to bed, bud. Tournament starts tomorrow morning. Someone's bound to recognize you when they see your moves out there, huh?
You also kind of feel like there's a little bit of a contradiction here, where the game says that Sin's never been defeated, yet Yuna's father has defeated Sin. At least, I guess the Crusaders specifically have never defeated Sin. While a former Grand Summoner
I do believe your Zanarkand
has, I guess. Not really sure exactly what to make out of it. It's the same place I was. Alright. Oh, there we go.
Best to let him sleep.
Well, it's a good thing I couldn't see what was going on, because the old merchant guy was standing right in the way. Like I just couldn't move, and I was just like, "What's going on?" All right, high potion. So I have heard that not a lot of people really like the Blitzball minigame for this game. So I was supposed to like go to sleep or something? Okay, so like, where do I go to sleep? Am I supposed to talk to someone else? Can't seem to do anything in here.
It might not mean much, but best to let him sleep.
Alright, well...
I do believe you're Xan.
Yeah, so she doesn't say anything. That guy doesn't say anything.
I'm sorry.
Lulu doesn't say anything.
Go to bed, bud.
Walker doesn't say anything. No one seems to have... Alright, I guess I found the next point.
Well, well. Trying to follow in my footsteps, are you? I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this. You can't do it, kid. But don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. I'm the best.
That still haunt Titus and interfere with his concentration, try to shake off the memories and successfully perform Jack's shot. Alright. So, up, left, and B at the same time.
You're out of your league. Told you couldn't do it.
So I mean, it didn't give me the prompts to actually do the technique. Is that because like the words were popping up?
You tried to do a eject shot, right?
How do you know that?
Sir Jekt showed it to me when I was a child. He called it the Sublimely Magnificent Jekt Shot Mark III.
Huh. Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark I or Mark II, you know? My old man said the name Mark III was just something to hook the crowd. He said they'd come back every night expecting to see Mark I and Mark II. And they really did come back. I used to get so mad. Is he alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Jekt was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through. And because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Yuna.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner.
Sure.
But the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
I got the right.
I guess you do.
Ow!
Hey, it's past your bedtime, kiddos.
I didn't think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right. Sure, I had told Waka I'd help him win the tournament, but I wasn't sure I had it in me to play at all anymore.
Looks like we're going into another chapter.
Over there! The ships carrying the players are arriving now. This would be dock number 2. All the way from Kilika, it's the Kilika Beasts. High Summoner O'Holland used to play for them. A big name to live up to. Their hometown was recently attacked by Sin. Isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, Baba, they're gonna be pulling out all the stops to try and bring back the cup this year.
Exciting, isn't it, folks? Our next team off the ramp is... Well, well, well. If it isn't the Besaid Aurochs. They're a living, breathing, statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad. That's right, in 23 years, they've never made it past the first round. Only a few die-hard fans are in the audience today.
Best of luck to them and a safe journey back to Besaid.
Right, Jimmy. Moving right along, our next team is... Here they are, folks. Our very own Luca Goers. They've got power, they've got speed, they've got teamwork. They're an all-round first-class team, and they're back home in Luca.
Without a doubt, they are the favorite this year, Baba. And after the way they dominated last year, it'd take a miracle for them to lose today.
You can say that again, Jimma. Look at the crowd, folks. Look at the crowd. Looks like all of Luca has turned out to cheer the Goers on. They know, I know, and you know, folks. The Luca Goers are #1.
Yeah, it's like this every year, yeah? Don't let it bother you.
Stop right there, Goers. You guys are smiling now, but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 Doc.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived, that's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
Watch the whole cutscene all over again, just in case something happens.
Can't see a thing. Shh.
That's a Guado, right?
Who could it be?
Isn't that Maester Seymour?
People of Spira, I thank you for your generous welcome. Rise, Maester Seymour, and all of you as well. I present to you the son of Maester Jyscal Guado, who departed for the far plane a fortnight past. As some of you already know, he has been officially ordained a Maester of Yevon.
I am Seymour Guado. I am honored to receive the title of Maester. In life, my father Jyscal worked to foster friendship between man and Guado. I vow to carry on his legacy and to fulfill my duties as Maester to the best of my abilities.
You too, bow your head. Really psychs you up, yeah? All right, last meeting before the match. How so?
Resaves in like 5 minutes.
Where's Waka?
Let the matchup draws.
We had to play the Goers in the first match last year.
The year before that, and the one before that, too.
Well, we would have lost to anyone anyway.
Can walk up.
We're playing the Al Bhed Sykes first. If we win, we're in the finals. That's right, we got seeded. 2 wins, and we're the champions. First things first. Let's go over the basics again, boys.
All right, huge tutorial list. All right. 5 players, sphere pool. The overhead map shows all players' current positions and the directions each are facing. Here, only one team is shown on the field. Titus is carrying the ball now. The ball carrier is displayed on the circle arrow on the map. Let's watch the players move. It may seem confusing at first, but it's actually quite simple. Yeah, I mean, like, the whole, like, multiple camera cuts is gonna really, like, throw off a lot of your sense of direction here. By default, player movement is set to auto, so everyone moves around the pool automatically. Use the overhead map to check players' positions. The triangle frame inside the red circle is the opposing team's goal. Here it is. The goal is always on the left-hand side of the overhead map. Let's resume. Try keeping track of your position related to the goal. Next, let's try moving the ball carrier manually. Press Y. Alright, you have enabled manual movement. Press the up, down, left, right to move the player manually. Okay. Only the ball carrier can be moved manually. Yeah, this is like super jarring because like all the frame cuts just like completely change the direction pad. That's great. Only the ball carrier can be moved manually. All the other players stay on auto. Okay, so I'm not even supposed to like look at the main screen. I'm only supposed to look like down here at the side because this controls like 100% of the movement, and it looks like that's the only thing that stays exactly the same, no matter like what kind of like frame cut that it gives me. So then, what's the point of like having the primary portion of the screen taken up by stuff I'm not even really supposed to be looking at for the stuff that's on the bottom right-hand corner that I'm just supposed to like basically stare at this whole thing the entire time? I mean, it doesn't really make any sense. But okay, alright, so note that it becomes harder to manage your teammates while manually controlling the carrier. This mode is recommended for veteran blitzers. Press Y again. You're back to auto movement. Try switching between manual and auto to get a feel for both modes. Well, I mean, manual just basically kind of takes you where it wants to take you. But yeah, it's very jarring. Yeah, so it even tells you right here, the manual A mode moves in the directions of corresponding to the overhead map, not the actual visuals that you got on the screen. So like, yeah, this is gonna be rather annoying. So left and right. So moves the players towards the opposing team's goal. Well, yeah, because the opposing team's is always on the left, your team is always on the right. In addition, manual A, there's also a mode called manual B, stick with auto movements. Yeah, stick with auto movement for now. Movement modes are only applicable when on offense. When you're on defense, your entire team moves on auto. Use the overhead map to keep track of play. Change movement modes with Y. Players move automatically when on defense. Wow, okay. Action commands. So in order to make a player perform an action, you must choose the end action commands. Open the command menu by pressing X. Press X now. The game pauses while the action command window is open, so you have ample time to think about your next move. This is explained elsewhere. Please select dribble. Okay. Alright, there are 3 available commands: pass, shoot, dribble. Dribble simply makes the player resume movement. Pass and shoot are the most important commands. Okay, that is a super short tutorial. Passing. Let's take a look at passing. Press X now. Select pass. Alright, select a receiver to make the pass to. Stats are shown on the top right. Alright. So I guess just pick one. There's the pass. Alright, your pass is complete. Now Letty has the ball. Stats determine the outcome for each pass. Take a look at the number shown next to PA. That number represents Letty's passing accuracy. Let's pass the ball to Titus. Open the command menu. Pass to Titus. Did you notice a gradual decrease in PA? The friction of the water causes passes PA to gradually decrease. If PA reaches 0, the pass becomes uncatchable. Now let's watch Titus throw a bad pass. Start his PA with 3. Press X and pass the ball. Pass. Yeah, this is like all the way out there. Dotto is like the closest one. Alright, when the pass fails, the ball becomes loose. A loose ball can be claimed by anyone. Therefore, a player with high PA can successfully throw longer passes. Likewise, a player with low PA often throws bad passes, giving the other team a chance at the ball. Okay. This is a lot of stats to try to keep track of just for like a mini game. Alright, shooting. Let's look at how to shoot. Shooting is very similar to passing. Player's accuracy is displayed by SH. Check Titus's HH as 10. Shoot loses SH as it travels through the water. Just as pass loses PA. A shot that reaches the goal with SH of at least 1 will score. If the shot's SH is depleted, it will fail. Goalkeeper defends the goal from Titus's shot. Let's do a command pressing X. So, I want to get close to the goal. Press X. Shoot. Alright, so once you shoot, the goalkeeper stats appear beneath yours. Your teammates' stats are displayed on blue background. The opposing team's stats are displayed on the red background. C represents the goalkeeper's ability to catch incoming shot. In this example, Rowdy's goalkeeping ability is shown as 8. Let's resume. an eye on the shots SH as it decreases. Alright, so check Titus is SH. It's now 9. Since the shot lost some SH and travel through the water, it's currently at 9. Here we take a look at the shots SH and then subtract the goalkeeper's CA. If SH remains, then the shot fails. If no SH remains, the shot fails. Beware the actual CA applied here is randomized, ranging from 50 to 150% of the goalie's current CA. Here's the goalkeeper's CA of 8. The actual amount is subtracted, may vary from 4 to 12. Let's see whether the shot's SH score will remain above 0. Alright, the shot's successful because SH is at 4. Now let's see what happens when you miss your shot. Switch to manual movement, swim far from the goal and try shooting it from there. Alright. So there. Go up from here. And shoot. Alright, shot fails, SH becomes 0. Alright. Using HP. And Blitzball players expend HP to perform actions. Okay, so HP is just stamina. This player remains conscious even if their HP drops to 0. First thing to remember is that whoever has the ball steadily loses HP while carrying it through the water. Yeah, so I noticed that it gradually drops just from moving around. Alright. Shooting and passing also consumes HP. Let's take a look. Alright, select shoot. It consumes 10 HP. See his HP decreases from 26 to 10. And Blitzball, all actions require HP. See what happens when Roddy loses HP. Alright, player can still shoot even if their HP falls below 10. But when they do, their shots are only half as effective. Alright, whenever HP is too low, the commands are highlighted in blue. Also note that SH reduces from 10 to 5. Each player slowly regains HP once he is rid of the ball. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff just for a mini game. Encounters. An encounter occurs when the opposing player comes in contact with a ball carrier. If you're the ball carrier, the action command menu will open. You select to decide the course of action, face the opposing players. Now select no break. We'll explain breakthroughs later. Alright, so Bixen stands in Titus's way. His stats are displayed in the top right. So next action command, withdraw window appears, select pass for now. Remember the ball is thrown here, it would lose PA as it travels through the water. But encountering with an opposing player, try to block passes and shots. BL represents player skill in blocking. Here Bixen's blocking status 2. The pass loses an amount of PA equal to Bixen's BL. Calculation is slightly randomized. If PA falls to 0 or less, the ball is intercepted by the opposing player. In this example, PA is 10, BL is 2. The estimated result is 8. As long as PA is at least 1, the pass goes through. Once through, the pass continues to expend PA as it travels towards the intended receiver. Watch PA closely as it resumes play. Alright, well, Closest player is here. Defender reduces the PA of the pass when he got this hand on it. Let's see what happens when defender's BL is higher. Alright. Some encounters include multiple defenders. Let's see how that works. Alright. Bixen and Abbas block your way. Their stats are shown on the top right. Bixen's block is 4. Abbas's block is 2. So 10 minus 6 is 4, but since the results are slightly randomized, it won't necessarily equal 4. Let's try shooting a goal. Okay, so when you attempt to shoot, the goalkeeper also comes in. So you're now facing 3 opponents. Subtract the results beneath SH from the current value of 10 to determine whether the shot scores. Alright, halfway through, just the tutorial about how to do this. We'll look at breakthroughs in this selection, or this section here. Alright, so you've encountered 3 opposing players. PA represents passing accuracy. The player's PA stat is 17. The defender's blocking stat appears beneath PA, the result of 17 minus 11, 5, and 3, which is 19, less than 0. So any attempt at passing will surely fail. Let's try a breakthrough here. The ball carrier will try to shake off defenders by breaking through their tackles. If he withstands their tackles, the breakthrough succeeds and fewer defending players remain. Let's try breaking through Grav. Keep an eye on Grav's AT during the breakthrough. So if you decide to break through Grav before making your next move, now Grav will tackle Titus. If Titus can't withstand the tackle, he'll give up the ball. It takes endurance to withstand tackles. Right now Titus's endurance is 11. AT tells us how hard the tackle will hit. The defending player's AT is 7. Subtract 7 from EN to determine the outcome of the tackle. If EN reduced to 0, the tackler steals the ball. Watch EN closely. So Titus endures a tackle and broke through Grav. Breakthrough was successful, only 2 defenders remain in the way. Look at the stats underneath PA. Since Grav is out of the picture, he can't block passes anymore. Math is now 17 minus 8. Completing the pass should be much easier now. So break through as many defenders as he can before he complete passes and try to reach the goals. Alright. Tech copy. Players can learn techniques from their opponents. This is called tech copy. First, have one of your players mark an opponent who knows a desirable technique. Now that player will keep an eye on the opponent in order to learn his techniques. Select break. Tech copy appears at the top of the screen when a player uses a technique during the game. This indicates a window of opportunity to learn the technique. Press T at the right time to learn how to use it. Let's try it now. Select dribble for now, okay. Tech copy successfully. Just remember that the player who learns the technique is not necessarily the one is used against. Players mark that opponent are the ones that learn his technique. If multiple players have marked him, only one will learn the technique at a time. Your players may have trouble learning techniques, though they are lower levels than their respective targets. Once you've learned a new technique, you can equip it at halftime or at the start of the next match. Okay. So, stats. Okay. Status elements. Poison. Accelerates the loss of HP. Most players do not recover HP even if rid of the ball and time poison runs its course. Poison also disables techniques. Shooting techs are lost first, following tackle techs and passing techs if the poison effects are stacked with pile venom. Okay. Sleep. Players unable to act and put to sleep. The player will wake up after a while or when he is hit by the ball. Wither reduces a single stat by half. The effect wears off over time. Okay. Technique. So, blitzball techniques by tech copying them from opposing players or by using the prizes given for the top teams for each session or tournament or season or tournament. Initially, each player can only learn certain techniques, but learning certain key techniques, a player can increase the number of techniques available to him. Required key technique vary from player to player. Each time the player learns a key technique, he gains access to a broader range of techniques. Alright. 10 games are played during a league season. The winner is determined by total points. 3 points are awarded for a win, 1 point for a tie. You can press Y to forfeit a game, but only when your team is losing. Tournaments span 2 to 3 matches. There are no draws. So a match ending tied scores given into overtime. You can forfeit with overtime. Exhibition games are for practice. No experience points are awarded for playing, but you can copy techniques. Press Y to forfeit the game. Okay, well, now that I spent like a good 10 minutes.
There you are. Someone said they saw Sir Orin in a cafe.
Orin?
Yes, Sir Orin. Let's go find him.
Hey! Hey! The game starts like real soon. You come back quick, yeah?
Hey, I'll be back.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Waka. You're stiff, man. No, not your face. Just breathe out. Relax.
Okay.
Like this. Just breathe. Yeah.
Maybe now we can find Sir Jecht.
Huh? How?
Sir Orin was also my father's guardian. So, he might know where Sir Jecht is. Let's go now.
It didn't even occur to me to think that the Orin Yuna was talking about and the one that I knew from Zanarkand could be two different people. I don't know why, but I knew it was the same guy. I knew it was the same Orin.
Imito Sumana. Vasikna Bund.
Hey! Albed Sykes, right? Some Albed saved me the other day, and this girl Riku gave me food and... you don't understand me, do you? Anyway, if you meet Riku, tell her thanks for me. Oh, and as for the first game, may the best team win.
Alright, definitely gonna save because I don't want to have to go through that entire tutorial all over again. And we'll go ahead and we'll look for Orant in the next episode. That was way too much reading, and I can already tell why a lot of people don't really like the whole like Blitzball minigame. That's gonna be quite the experience. But thank you all very much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you so choose, and I look forward to seeing everyone in the next episode.